What's happening, Hardscapers? Today we're tearing out these two steps, putting two natural stone steps in. Let's get into this. This is a quick one, and this seems to be the way my season has been going this year. This is just going to show you how you can revamp this, make it look really nice, and it's quick and easy to do, from tearing this out, re-prepping the base, putting a couple slabs in, and then just dropping those steps in place here. This is a very popular stone in our area for like probably 10-15 years ago, so this has been here for quite some time. Just over time you can see that they added some sort of caulking to keep it together. It's been repaired before, even some mortar in here. They've tried their best to keep it together, but it is falling apart. That piece just came off very easily, same with this one. So this has now become a hazard and needs to be taken care of. So we're going to tear it out, dispose of it, take some of the gravel out, because this is going to be filled with gravel, this is going to be filled with gravel, and re-prep the base, put in a little layer of geogrid. I think we can squeeze that in. Problem is we're putting in square steps or rectangular steps, and this is curved, so we're actually going to have to either cut, we're going to match the same natural stone with square cut and cut those into place as a curve kind of going around it, or we're going to cut this concrete square and put those slabs into place here. But we'll show you what we do when we get to that. It's always funny what you see here. Actually, this is an entire complete landing now that I start digging. Built the pavers, and then they built the stop, or the next step up, right on top of those pavers. Even with a little bit of gravel, or this gravel just kind of washed out on top of these pavers. But this is a whole nother landing with a step built on top of this whole other landing. Interesting way of doing it, but it's gone now. Just like that landing that they built and then built the step on top of it, they also did the same for the base. So very interesting the way that they built this. Interesting it held up so long, no glue. One or two steps, this is what we do. Slabs down on a traditional base under the driveway, so we match that instead of going open graded base, and then we got our spacer blocks cut in there, and first step goes down in front of them, and then the next step goes in behind it, and it's got a half an inch overlap between the two, and then we're going to pave these two 1x1s down here. Now you can see that we placed the steps here already, but I'm going to show you a way using ice that we're actually going to place these steps without chipping them and without having any problems of getting them off the forks from our delivery driver here. So what we did is we placed our filler blocks, and then we placed some ice on top of the filler blocks as well as in front, so that we can have our delivery driver with their forks be able to place it on top of the ice and get their forks out. Otherwise the step moves around, it's a little bit tricky to place, but with that ice there, the forks can go right on top, the block stays on top of the ice, and then the ice melts and that step falls into place essentially. Just gives us a little bit of room to get those forks out instead of having to shimmy it and possibly chip the step any further here. So there it is. You can still see a little bit if I zoom in enough and get the right angle. Some of the ice in there, so that still needs to melt, and when that melts, that side will come down. That mostly got crushed for the most part. So just the ice allows us to get the forks in there, drop it down, and pull the forks out, because sliding it off, the forks could come up on this bottom edge and chip it off. So it's just an easy way to put it down, have that space to pull the forks out, and it's a smooth, easy process. And there it is, the difference between natural stone and having a built step kind of falling apart there. Really nice to have the natural stone. This went together really nicely with that ice, and just a quick tip to help you if you're ever in a pickle without any equipment to be able to do this. Now, this video is not about not getting equipment and using it to your advantage. This is just more so about tips and tricks that you can use to help you and be able to place these big steps. Typically delivery drivers won't place them for you, so don't count on them for that. Maybe talk to them in advance, but it's just another way that you can service clients that are looking for specific things. In this case, big block steps to be placed here, and there's always a way that you can do it, whether it is renting equipment for the specific project or being a little bit intuitive, learning about tips and tricks online and doing it the way that I just did here. Hey, if this helped you, please give this video a like. That really helps me and this channel. Comment below any questions that you may have in the future for these projects, how I did this, and any other questions that you may have. And subscribe to this YouTube channel for more hardscaping content like this. Thank you so much for watching.